So, dear Luca, we are here together because I need to ask you a few questions. The first question is, when you started in this adventure, what was your first initial professional aspiration?
Well, my first initial aspiration was to become an IT manager, an IT man, let's say. So to really get into my field, to learn anything possible about developing or anything concerning ICT.
And is it still the same?
More or less, it has changed a little bit. I I changed my mind and I let's say I improved my dream.
Okay.
Let's say I merged the ICT passion
With?
with the really needs of the world of work.
Okay, great.
So I decided to make my dream become not only an IT man, but also an engineer.
Ah, very good. I will not ask you this time how does this connect because we have little time, as you know. So what I'm going to ask you is, can you tell us what was your greatest difficulty at the beginning when we started working together?
My biggest weakness was to speak in front of people, so my shyness. But I overcame this problem through public speeches or interviewing people when we were abroad.
And I saw you recently at Mamoli, you were giving a presentation in front of nearly 100 people.
Yeah, if I think of myself 2 years ago, I wouldn't have done that.
Okay. And do you think that what the self-esteem that you developed thanks to what we did together is important?
Yes, it is, because if you close yourself in your box, you cannot get anywhere in life. So you have to really improve your transferable skills, like speaking in front of people, problem solving, and so on.
There's no need for me to ask you that if English is important.
English is not important. English is fundamental.
Okay. One last question. Do you think that one's heart should be connected to the brain?
Yes.
Why?
Art should be connected to the brain because, first of all, we are not machines. We are not made to do the same things. Everybody's different. So each of us should connect what he does, like throughout his brain, with what he really feels inside.
Great. Luca, thank you so very much. And this is the first interview of Time to Decide Broadcasting Corporation. Thank you very much. So, dear Samuel, I'm pleased to see you. I know that you've just got back from Zagreb.
Yeah, 1 day ago.
Ah, okay. And what was special about this trip?
I liked a lot the fact that I used English and I was important in my group because thanks to me, they can work with the forklift that is important in our work because the weight of the machine is very high and so the forklift is essential, and use this is difficult, and to be able to speak with the driver of this is useful in English because was Croatian, and he knows only English and Croatian.
You called me from Zagreb not many days ago. Why did you call me?
I called you because I know that you want to know about me, my experience, because I started in this project, my experience of working, and the English, the level of my English, also thanks for the school, but thanks also in this project, grow up, and also thanks to you. And I wanted to make sure that you know that your lesson was useful, because now I can work abroad, and I can relate with everybody in English.
You told me that. Why did you tell me that English is not important?
Is essential.
It's essential, okay. And something that you also told me during this telephone conversation, which was something that I said moved me. What did you thank me for?
I thank you because you believe in me, and thanks to you, I can realize my dream. So working abroad, and for me it is the minimum to thank to you, and because you trusted me a lot.
Okay, well, you're welcome, but it is a pleasure to help those who invest on themselves. So basically, I'm just a catalyzer because you did the job. I just facilitate the process. But anyway, one last question, if I may. You talked about your dream of traveling around the world. And why is traveling around the world important for you?
For me, it's important because traveling around the world makes you more on the piece, and I like the fact of doing what I'm doing now, because having the luggage always ready, I like this fact, and I like the fact of knowing people, knowing place. Also because, for example, during some evening, we were in the center of Zagreb, for example, or in Marke. One Sunday, we relaxed ourselves, and so I visited the city. And for me, this thing, so work abroad, work during the week, and in the evening or in the weekend, when we decide to relax some hours and not work all day, for example, on Sunday, it is good also to going around and knowing.
Right. One last question. I know that I told you that the previous question was going to be the last question, but now this is the last question. Why? What gave you, rather than why, what gave you the motivation to become the president of the association Time to Decide?
The motivation, that's why I decided to candidate myself for the president of Time to Decide, is that because I trust in the group that I saw during July, I was present after my exams. And not only, I trust also in you, and I trust in the people, the young people. Because I know and I saw, if you invest and you believe in the people, if they have a good heart and a good mind, and they aren't died, frankly, or they aren't la massa grigia, they pay you with the heart and with the thank that is wonderful. and I continue the experience that I started because I know that is potential for the young people and I believe in them, and I want that my possibilities is given to other people.
Thank you very much. I like the fact that we ended our interview with the heart and the mind, and another word which is possibility and chance. Thank you very much for giving me the chance to have such interview. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, dear Andrew, I'm pleased to have the opportunity and the chance to interview you.
It's a
today.
pleasure for me.
Oh, great. Well, I'm pleased that we share the same pleasure. So, why is it that you asked me a few seconds ago what kind of questions I was going to ask?
Just to prepare myself.
Okay, do you think preparation is important?
Yes.
Why?
To have a good interview in this case, but be prepared is like the main thing that you have to do to program something.
Okay, so I'll show you 3 brochures, and can you please tell me why do you think these can be connected with what you just said, and if they are connected, can you tell me why?
Okay.
May I show this to everybody? 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. The first is mastering management.
Management, remember.
Management. Yes.
English is important not only with the words but also in the pronunciation, dear
It's
friends.
not important. It's fundamental.
Ah, see, yes, fundamental, yes. Okay, yes, please.
The first one is connected, I think, because mastering management. Sorry, I think is one of the courses that you can attend at university.
And why do you think this could be important for you?
Because you have to program your future. I already programmed mine.
You are? Okay, you have, sorry.
I want to leave Italy after studies at the
Marconi Institute,
yes. And I want to go and study abroad. I think I study in Sweden. And I already programmed that. But now I'm checking which is the best university.
And by the way, I know that probably you're going to visit these universities this summer.
Yes.
Okay.
I think and I hope so.
Okay, great. Two, sorry, because I made the same mistake with Samuel. So 2 last questions. The first is, you were reading this book before, because here, as we know,
yes,
one can find a lot of books related to young people's futures, dreams, development, skills, etc. You chose this book. Why did you choose this book?
I chose this book because the title was a bit strange.
True.
But as you know, never judge a book just from the cover. So,
interesting. Like people?
Like people.
Oh,
yes.
like people. Okay.
I started to read.
Yeah.
And I found that this book is very interesting and also very useful for people who want to start a business or to have a project.
So why did you mention start a business? Is one of your dreams connected to starting a business?
It's one of my dreams. First, I want to be an engineer, especially in the field of robotics. And my dream is to open my own company in the future, which of course produces robots.
And linguistically, please do not forget to avoid H's. Did you notice, for example, that he said hone?
My own is mia propria.
Yes, but not hone.
Not home.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, but I have to do
Yes,
this
yes.
because this is my
One
of my rays.
I have to improve my English.
You have to improve your English.
And I want to improve.
And what level should you reach?
I want to reach the level C1.
Ah, very good. So it's very ambitious guy here we have. Yes, very good. Okay, so the second last question is connected to your heart. Do you think having a heart is important in your future job? And if it is, why?
I think that's a very important thing, and also you have to have mind and heart connected, because first you have to choose your future work or your future plans only using your heart. Also your brain, but the principal thing is your heart, because you have to have passion.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to put passion in your dreams
Okay.
and determination too.
Okay.
And the second thing that I want to say is that in my probably future work,
Yeah.
okay, which is the engineering field, the most important thing is mind, because you have to elaborate like projects. But if you put yourselves and of course your heart in projects, this is a good thing. It's a very good thing
Why?
for you and also for other people.
Why?
Because other people can understand that you are doing your work with passion and with determination.
Oh, I think that the best way to end this very stimulating meeting is passion and
Determination.
determination. Great, thank you very much, dear
Thank
Andrew. Thank you.